Here is a simple guide on how to add allowance to your pattern piece. So when you're adding your allowance, you don't just add it as a straight line. So you follow the shape that you already have. So here now I want to add ½ inch as my joining allowance. Remember, this is the side front, so I'm going to be joining it with 0.5 of an inch to the center front. So you can see the way I'm measuring the curves and I'm adding my allowance. So you will not add it like a straight line. Haven't placed your pattern correctly, follow the right grain lines, so you follow the shape that you have to add your allowance. So you can see I'm comfortable joining my piece with 0.5 inch, so that is what I'm adding. So if you're comfortable joining your piece with centimeter, you can add, and whatever you add, that is what you would sew. Don't go and add 0.5 and then sew 0.75, or you add 0.5 and you sew lesser than that, so it's going to affect your measurements. So here I'm adding 0.5 all through and I'm following the shape. Can you see? So I'm following the shape that I already have on the pattern. So I'm going to add 0.5 to everywhere that has joining, that has to join with other piece except the sides. So at the side seam, I'm going to be adding 2 inches to it, because that is the allowance that is going to be remaining after I've taken my exact measurement. So at the side here, I'm adding 2 inches as my side seam allowance, and I also follow the shape that I already have on the pattern. So on all the strategic points, you are going to extend the line. You can see, like I did here at the front waistline, I extended the line horizontally and I marked the joining allowance there. I marked 1 inch, so I use 1 inch as the joining allowance there. So this 1 inch will serve as joining allowance to connect the up to the down part. So I added 1 inch. Reason because of some discrepancy, after you have done your cloths. So after I'm done joining, I will remeasure, and if there is need for me to cut to reduce to 0.5, I will do that after I'm done joining all the piece together. So here also at the side, I added ½ inch. So can you see I extended the length downward to my seam allowance and I continued marking. So that is how to add your seam allowance to your piece. So if you do it this way, you are likely not to have any issues after you are done joining. So can you see now? And also at the under bust, I will extend the under bust line also, so I will be able to mark ½ inch correctly from that angle, so that I will retain my shape. So now I'm done adding my seam allowance. What I will now do is to extend the bust point as well. So that is the bust point that I'm extending. So I'm going to extend it out so that I will be able to notch on those lines when I'm done. You don't need to start painting, you can just do all those points, all those small points, and then cut it out. It's because I just want to illustrate, so that is why I connect all the lines. So here now I'm cutting. You just cut on your seam allowance. So when you want to cut, you cut at the middle of your chalk. The chalk is a little bit thick, so if you cut at the back or at the front of the chalk, it might reduce or add to your measurement. So you cut on the chalk, at the middle of the chalk, so that is where you will target, and then you will cut. So you can see now that I'm cutting it out now. So here I'm done cutting my piece. So I will just notch on all the strategic points. I'll notch on the bust point, I'll notch on the under bust, then I will go and join my piece together. Thanks for watching. I'm MadeRoyals. Follow me for more. I love you. See you in the next class.